After every gardening season, there's always a lesson to be learned. And fortunately for this video, I have 5 lessons that I have learned when it comes to gardening this year, as well as it being my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Let's go. What's going on, my plant fam? I'm the ADHD gardener, where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of mental health therapy. And I learned a few things this year. Some of them good, some of them kind of hurt my ego a little bit. I gotta say, I've learned a lot out of my garden this year. A lot of plant problems, but also a lot of issues that I've learned about myself. Again, as usual, of course, I'm always learning, and you'll always be learning. But what did I get out of this 1 year of gardening, being that I've been on YouTube this first past year? So the first lesson I learned is I'm not organized still. I'm not gonna lie, getting organized is extremely hard because partially is I don't know how to start. I have no idea how to be organized. I don't even know how to start. So sometimes I needed to get outside perspective, outside views on how to even try to organize. So once I had a good head start as to where, how to organize or where to go, what direction to go, then it was a lot easier. I mean, I'm a lot better, don't get me wrong. I've been a lot better, and I've come a long way in just 1 year. And I gotta say that YouTube is actually helping me get organized, because how can I teach you guys how to garden if I'm not organized? Chances are there's gonna be a part 2 on how I actually reorganized my garden, but that'll be for later. Number 2 was watering. Again, you gotta get your watering down packed. I'm telling you, I legit thought that I had my watering down packed. I absolutely did not have my watering things together. I didn't have it all. I had my irrigation messed up on me. I realized that I had probably not enough irrigation pipes. The placement was wrong. My watering system was not up to par, and my plants suffered for that. So my yield was not as good as it should have been if I got this watering thing down. If I want to avoid this problem again of not getting the yield that I'm supposed to be getting, then I need to fix this watering problem ASAP. Number 3 was weeding. I had a major weed problem. Actually, it wasn't really a major weed problem because I had the weed covers. I didn't put weed covers in every single place, so that led me to still picking weeds, and I gotta say that is tedious, laborious, and I just don't want to do it. It's such a pain in the butt to go through this whole weeding system or weeding every single piece of little thing out there. It is a pain in the ass to keep going after your weeds. So now over the fall and winter time, I really got to pay attention and really think about how am I going to, handle these weeds. And that may involve changing up my gardening style or my gardening system. Number 4 is actually not necessarily a garden problem, but it is a garden problem, is I'm always expanding my ideas. I'm always expanding my goals. I want to expand my garden size. So I found that to be a huge problem, being that I wanted to expand, but I didn't know how. I knew the concept of expanding a garden. I knew I needed to add raised beds and all that. However, I just didn't know how to go about planning. Now, these are all executive function problems that ADHD people have trouble with: organization, prioritizing, planning. I didn't know how to plan properly on expanding my garden. I just didn't know how to do it or how to go about it, and that led me to be really discouraged, slightly low-key depressed. The fact that maybe I couldn't expand because I didn't know how to. I know that sounds weird to a neurotypical person, but for those that are struggling with planning, organization, prioritizing, this is a real problem, and it's not limited to just gardening. This can, go into our normal lives with finances and relationships and normal daily tasks. So I'm still working on that. But that led me to number 5, which was I'm realizing that I need more help. I need a partner. I need a full-time partner. If I'm going to expand this garden, I'm either, or maybe both, I'm either going to have to get smarter on how I go about this, being that I'm physically limited, or I get a partner to help me, whether it be through the physical labor, through idea bouncing, through organization, something. I know that, or even if I wanted to just expand, what if I want to expand this channel? What if I want to expand the garden? What if I want to have more ideas? I don't want to be limited because I'm just one person. So I'm thinking that I need another partner. I need somebody that's around all the time to make my goals possible. I know that this is all possible. I just need to really think about it, plan, which planning sucks. If I want it bad enough, then I'm going to be willing to put in the work. I know that kind of sucks, but it's kind of how life is. I mean, if you want to achieve some sort of goal, it's going to involve work. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So it takes a lot more out of us, but we know that we can do it. I know that I can do it. I just need to be a little more slick in my head, figuring out how am I going to go about it. But knowing that these are my 5 major issues that I've been learning throughout this 1 year on YouTube and gardening at the same time, plus trying to keep mentally sane, plus keeping physically well, considering, then I need to think some more. I need to do, put this noggin to work and think of some stuff. One day at a time though, right? I have nothing but time. So I guess now I want to take this time opportunity to figure out what exactly I want to accomplish for next year. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I do have a follow-up to this one is on how I'm redoing my garden, but that's going to be for another video. So just stay tuned for that one. I go over how I got more organized, how I wound up planning my garden all over again for the fall. We learn from a problem, we learn from a mistake, and we learn from a failure. From there, we know what not to do. Learning what not to do again, that's a piece of information, that's data. You can use that to implement into your future of what not to do. And that's exactly, so it is a learning experience. You can take something positive out of something that went wrong. Silver lining. I hope you enjoyed this video and you really got something out of it. And if you did and you want to show me some love, then don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Another thing, if you haven't already, then consider subscribing. I drop a video every week and then some in between. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I drop a video. Last but not least, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, but I'm on Facebook every day. That is with a lot of side projects, a lot of memes, and a little bit on the personal side. So until the next episode, you guys, keep planting, peace and love.